Spotlight on Service is sponsored by Otco Home Appliances. Luxury lives here.
We're celebrating our nation's 250th birthday by honoring everyday Americans. We call it Red, White, and You.
It is the perfect way to honor veterans in the St. Louis area who have served their country. Steve Savard joins us now with tonight's Spotlight on Service.
This is one of those times where I found myself saying, why do I not know more about this man and his service to country? He was born and raised in East St. Louis. In a 43-year military career, Major General James Day would fight in 3 wars and become one of the most decorated Marines in history. His heroic actions as a corporal in World War II earned him the Medal of Honor, the U.S.'s highest military commendation rewarding supreme bravery. His refusal to give an inch on the island of Okinawa is legendary.
May 1945, the island of Okinawa. A 3-day battle for Sugarloaf Hill should have been the end for then Marine Corporal Jim Day.
By the end of the battle, there was almost 49,000 American casualties and 12,500 dead just on Okinawa. It was incredibly bloody. Almost all of the 90,000 Japanese combatants died on the island. There was almost none that were captured. And what's even more horrific was about 150,000 civilians died on Okinawa.
Author and historian Dr. Jason Edwards has extensively researched and documented Corporal Day's valor on Sugarloaf Hill in Beyond the Call, Medal of Honor Monday. The facts sound more like fiction, straight from a Hollywood screenwriter.
The Japanese continuously, charged and attacked over 3 days, trying to take that position back from Corporal Day, and he did not surrender an inch, right? He held. Other units couldn't hold. James Day held. And not only did he hold, he lost half of his own troops on the first day. And so with almost no replacements, he held out with machine gun fire. He held out saving his own soldiers. There was numerous times where he would go out in the line of fire himself as the leader and drag Marines back to safety to help corpsmen. But over and over and over 3 days, it was estimated more than 100 Japanese tried to take Corporal Day's position and could not do it.
Corporal Day would survive Sugarloaf Hill, helping U.S. forces eventually capture Okinawa. He said of his refusal to retreat, "There was really no good reason to fall back. I expected help to come, so I kept doing what I was doing." He would go on to lead troops in both Korea and Vietnam. He's believed to be the only Marine infantryman wounded and decorated in those 3 wars. He rose to the rank of Major General and in 1998 received the Medal of Honor for his actions at Sugarloaf Hill. He had already been awarded 3 Silver Stars for Valor, a Bronze Star for Valor, and 6 Purple Hearts.
Dr. Jason Edwards calls Day's military service incredible, and that's great perspective from a retired Army major himself who deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan. Sadly, Major General Day would suffer a fatal heart attack just a few months after receiving that Medal of Honor in 1998. He was laid to rest at age 73 in San Diego. Now, he has relatives in the Metro East. David Templeman, a second cousin, tells me that his father used to tell them that their Uncle Jim, as they knew him, was a war hero. But that's all he knew growing up because Day was so modest. He later found out, and like everyone else, his jaw hit the floor. If you want to know more about James Lewis Day, you can head to militaryauthor.me to read more of Dr. Jason Edwards' work about him and his heroics.
He was so humble.
Yeah, like you said, it's amazing. We didn't know that much about him even till now. Thank you for sharing the story.
Yeah.
This should be a movie, Steve.
Well, there's been a documentary about it, but I'm wondering why there hasn't been a Hollywood production about his heroics on Sugarloaf Hill.
I mean, honestly, that is
should
incredible, and the fact that he's from our area
Right.
makes you feel proud.
That's right.
Steve,
Great story,
thanks.
Steve.